Hello, friends, and welcome to another edition of Pamish Investment Academy. फ्रेंड्स आज हम जिस कंपनी की बात कर रहे हैं बात करने वाले हैं फंडामेंटल्स के बारे में वो लेंडिंग स्पेस में है एंड इट इज़ आई बिलीव अ कंपनी with one of the most solid balance sheets and business model that you could come across. Safe way to compound your money by investing in this particular company. Uh, Before we go any further, the standard disclaimer: this 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 particular videos and all the videos before that uh, have been strictly for the purpose of education. Our little effort in trying to make better informed investors out there. Okay, this video is neither a recommendation for buy or sell. You do need to do your own due diligence and reading before you invest in any of the companies that we discuss. As I said, the purpose of this video is education and information that is useful to aspiring investors. The fundamental analysis of a company becomes even more important in times like these, in like as you would have seen in the recent days, the correction in the market, the fall in the market. Normally, it is like a cliche to say that, you know, buy when the markets are down, sell when they are at their highs. But everybody knows what to do, but to do is the problem. And why is that the problem? Because you do not know your companies very well, you do not know the fundamentals very well to have the conviction to put in the money when the market gives you that opportunity every now and then. Fear takes over. fear फियर का जन्म दोस्तों इग्नोरेंस में होता है. When you are ignorant about something, the fear is always there about the unknown, not about the known. So why I'm saying this is because the whole purpose of the videos is to educate you about the fundamentals, the business model of the companies that we discuss, so that when the time comes, when the opportunities come, you remember what we have discussed, what we have said, and you have the confidence to go ahead and take advantage of the market corrections, so that you know which companies are fundamentally solid and they have just taken a fall or a hit whenever a secular fall comes in the market. I mean, किसी को भी spare नहीं किया जाता. Everything is the same. पीतल सोना सब एक भाव हो जाता है. उस टाइम्स पे ये नॉलेज आपको काम आ सकती है. So friends, without wasting any further time, today we are going to talk about a company called Muthoot Finance. Muthoot Finance is primarily into gold lending, gold lending based on gold mortgage. Okay, so gold has a very different value for Indians. As Indians, we are very sentimental about it. Very sentimental about it. I mean, it comes from the the gold passes from the grandparents to parents to us. So we not only value it monetarily, but we value it emotionally. What Muthoot Finance provides is a safe store for that gold for somebody who's in short-term need of cash. So Muthoot Finance has been in this business for the last 7 to 8 decades, if I'm not wrong, 7 to 8 decades. So the trust, so the people know the company very well. It has been there for quite some time now. Okay, and it gives out short-term loans. Friends, in these videos the focus will be more on the business models. I will resist the temptation to talk about numbers, आरओई इतना है, आरओसी इतना है, सेल्स इतना है, बिकॉज ये सब तो आपको किसी भी बहुत सारी वेबसाइट से एक लिस्ट में सब आपको पता चल जाएगा, क्या उसका ये रेशियो क्या है ना, वो रेशियो क्या है. द आइडिया इज टू ब्रिंग आउट द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द बिजनेस मॉडल एंड इट्स रेजिलियंस ऑफ द कंपनीज दैट वी डिस्कस. जैसे कि लास्ट वीडियो में आपने देखा था, हमने पीआई इंडस्ट्रीज के बारे में बात की थी. इट्स वन ऑफ अ काइंड कंपनी. जो वो काम करती है वो हर कंपनी के बस की बात नहीं है. Most of the companies that we discuss here will be similarly, like, they will have some kind of a very special moat or a special fort, around their business, which will be very difficult for others to breach, right? So Muthoot Finance is one of those companies. uh, so as I was saying, it is one of the largest gold finance company. It is the largest gold finance company, having about 18% share, market share, in the organized gold lending, right? So what happens is, during it's good times come when the gold prices are rising, because rising gold prices, prompt people or push people to come out with their old ornaments. If they need anything, they don't need to, mortgage their house or land or any other thing. वो जो पुराने ornaments है, gold है, उसको वो लोग mortgage कर सकते हैं when the prices are rising high, because then the loan to value जो है वो बढ़ जाता है when the gold prices are ascending. So during times of ascending gold prices, there's always a better numbers that are put out by Muthoot Finance. Uh, One important aspect over here, friends, about the business model is कि उनकी जो LTV है, that is around 68 to 70%. So अगर 10,000 का अगर गोल्ड है, तो अगर आप उनको 10,000 का गोल्ड देते हो, तो द मैक्सिमम दैट दे विल गिव यू एज लोन इज 6,800 to 7,000. तो 32% का एक प्रोटेक्शन है. वो 10,000 का गोल्ड को उनको लॉस में जाने के लिए, वो 10,000 का गोल्ड जो है उस 10, कम से कम 25-30% उसको गिरना पड़ेगा, 30-32%. राइट, यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? सो if it falls that much, then only they will be incurring loss. So the collateral that they have is a very powerful collateral in the form of gold. This is not unlike banks or other lending companies jahan pe collateral can sometimes become zero, uh, the and the other thing is they don't have to go through the entire judicial process of taking possession of the property which is collateral and then kind of auctioning it off and all that. The process is pretty fast. The other thing that works in favor of the company is वो 6-6 महीने के लोन्स देते हैं, शॉर्ट टर्म लोन्स देते हैं. तो एक कहते हैं ना कि अगर गोल्ड प्राइसेस गिरती भी है, तो उसका इफेक्ट जो इसके ऊपर नहीं गिर सकते, क्योंकि सिर्फ 6 महीने के लिए दिया है. सो आफ्टर 6 मंथ्स व्हेन द नेक्स्ट कस्टमर इज कमिंग एंड अज्यूम कीजिए कि गोल्ड प्राइस 20% गिर गए हैं, तो वो जो 6 महीने पहले जिनको दिया था उनके लिए ही कंपनी को थोड़ा हाइट लेना पड़ेगा. और एनीवेज, एज यू नो, आपको पता है, इन द रीसेंट पास्ट हाउ मेनी incidences can you remember where the gold prices have fallen 20-25% in 6 months, right? It's difficult to recollect. uh, so one aspect, as I said, is about them giving loans for 10 years as short as 6 months. The other thing is उनकी जो loans होती है mostly 40,000 50,000 की range में होती है, एक average loan. So they don't have concentrated bets like say banks or infrastructure lending companies जहाँ पे एक thousands of crores उन्होंने एक project या एक particular customer के पीछे डाले हैं. That does not happen over here. Even so, their loan book is like more than 50,000 crores. So which is quite commendable. It is well diversified, and the I feel that the downside protection to their assets reflects in their numbers as well. एक आपको छोटा सा information देता हूँ. In the last in the last 3 years, average write off is 0.11%. 0.11%, which is very very good for a company which is in the lending business. करेक्ट. आप देखते हैं बैंक्स में राइट ऑफ क्या होते हैं. आपको पता है यस बैंक, पंजाब नेशनल बैंक, डीएचएफएल, द नंबर्स आर माइंड ब्लोइंग. इट्स लाइक उनकी की पूरी नेटवर्थ एक ही राइट ऑफ में चली जाती है. सो just by the nature of the business of this particular company, their capital is very well protected, and they've been doing that for the last 7-8 decades, right? uh, let's quickly talk about some of their positive points. What makes this company kind of like having a good moat around them? सबसे important मेरे हिसाब से, और सबसे क्या बोलते हैं जो उनके फेवर में काम करता है, वो है ट्रस्ट. ये बिजनेस में ट्रस्ट की जगह कोई नहीं ले सकता. यू कैन नॉट, अ कंप्यूटर कैन नॉट कम एंड से कि आपको मुथूट फाइनेंस को इतना परसेंट आपको वो 18% पे दे रहे हैं ब्याज पे, हम आपको 12% पे देंगे. बिकॉज जैसे मैंने कहा, द कोलैटरल इज गोल्ड, monetary value, sentimental value attached. People want to be with the companies who are known for their integrity when it comes to gold, taking loans by mortgaging your gold. Number one. Number two, as I said, the small ticket loans are there. Number three is the entire focus of the company is more or less on this one business. इसके just in this related particular points, there's this issue that I'll like to tell you about. There's one more company, listed entity in the gold business, which is Manappuram Finance. Now, if you see the valuations of Muthoot Finance, they are at a premium to Manappuram, and that is with good reason. Now, Manappuram has tried to diversify into different lending sectors, commercial vehicle loans and all that. But what that does is it it takes away the focus of the management. In this particular case, in Muthoot Finance, they have tried their best to minimize it. Most of the time, 95%, 90% of their the revenues and everything is from this one particular business, which is gold lending. So these are the few points that work in favor of the company, and I think it is appropriate to discuss some of the weak points or some of the risk, not the weak points, but some of the risk to the company. Needless to say, gold prices, if it crashes, say suddenly 20 to 25%, definitely it will show on the books or on the performance of the company. ऐसा ही कुछ वाकया अराउंड 2013 और 2016 के बीच में हुआ था, जब गोल्ड प्राइसेस अबाउट 25% गिर गए थे. तो the profits fell by about 52%. उसका नतीजा क्या हुआ कि it stayed around the 200 225 mark 200 mark for 3 years. लेकिन जो investors understood the business model, they understood the inherent strength of this company, it must have been a very very torturous 3 years for the investors, you know but those that stayed with the company and stayed invested, they have been more than adequately rewarded. Because आपको पता है between 2016 आज की उसकी price is around like 1400 1500. So it has grown up, it has gone up by like 7 times in the last 6 7 years, correct? So more than compensated for sticking with the company. It has one of the strongest balance sheets. The CRAR rate. I told you I will try my best not to talk about the numbers, but let's talk about some of the basic numbers at least. So the company, the its capital adequacy ratio would be somewhere in the range of around say 25 to 27%, and its net interest margin is 15% or thereabouts. An average at its average is around 14% 15% for the last 3 years. You have to compare this net interest margin figure with other lending companies. Their margins, net interest margins, are in the range of 3 to 5%. Whereas this particular company gets a net interest margin, an NIM, of close to 15%. A net interest margin, for those who are uninitiated, it's basically the rate of lending minus the rate of borrowing. So uh, it's CAGR for net interest income, another one of the other numbers which are impressive. NII CAGR has been around 25% net interest income, right? So it has been growing at quite a good pace. And its average gross NPA has been in the range of around 3.1, around 3%. Its uh, net NPA has been around 2.5%. And as I said, uh, the actual write-off has been just about 0.11%. So, friends, to sum up, this is a company with a solid business and a solid balance sheet. It might seem to you that the entry barrier is very low. Anybody can start the gold lending business, but in the organized sector, this is one of the largest, and the moat that it has of having the trust of its customers for so many years, it's difficult to breach that moat. Friends, I hope you would have found this video informative and useful. We'll keep making such videos. We have discussed two companies up till now: PI Industries, Muthoot Finance. Please do have a look at the previous videos as well, where we have mentioned about the checklist and what are the elements that make a good company or a good quality investment for the investors. Right behind every company, there is a business. Some businesses are good, some businesses are gruesome. The idea is simple: you have to stay invested in the good businesses and let the company do its job of compounding your profits. Well, with that thought, I wish you all the best. Until we meet again, goodbye and take care.